There is number 10 making his way onto the field, so it looks like Cody Fajardo's 2024 regular season is over. Started 4 games, won them all for the Alouettes. Played in the second half last week on the road in the loss against BC as well.
And the number one word that comes up when people around the Alouettes talk about Davis Alexander is competitive.
Bombers defense. A 1-point football game here. They'll screen it out. Fletcher catches it. Good peel back block from the offensive line, and Fletcher rumbles his way all the way across midfield.
Beautiful execution here from the Montreal Alouettes on the screen, drawing the Bomber rush upfield. Couple blockers getting out in front of Fletcher. The Owls running back doing a nice job of making a couple of would-be tacklers miss on his own. Demonstrating the skills that have allowed him to pile up the yards after catch that we referenced earlier.
After Kenny Lawler had a gain of 72 on that last drive, that one goes for 27 for Walter Fletcher. As Alexander leans on him early in his playing action in week 21. This one inside handoff. It can be very important in the Canadian Football League. Yes. Davis Alexander looks to the outside. Absolute missile for the right hand of number 10, and Tyler Sneeds on the receiving end.
Well, we talked earlier about Tyler Sneed and Ottawa's Justin Hardy, both coming from the East Carolina program. One of those run-and-gun offenses, lots of opportunities.
Reliance Saskatchewan losing in the game coming up after this against Calgary as Davis Alexander over the top, inside the 5. It's caught Lindsay, using him in the return game today, but a gain of 39, and Davis Alexander looks over the top to begin the 4th quarter, just like Cody Fajardo did to start the ball game.
An absolute strike here thrown by Davis Alexander. Lindsay getting an opportunity here on offense. Brian Cole is with him, but just that little bit of separation. The tail end and a perfectly placed ball. Quarterback Davis Alexander.
Lindsay fired up on the Alouettes sideline.
Big first CFL catch for him.
He's under center. The son of a professional rugby player. Davis Alexander pushes behind his offensive line, and the Alouettes are back on the board.
Strike delivered there by Davis Alexander. Sets him up for this plunge.
Interior, that offensive line going to play a big role in how far the Alouettes are able to go as they look for back-to-back Grey Cups. And the rematch of last year's big game right here in week 21. Alouettes fans enjoying Davis Alexander's ability to move the football down the field early and often once given his opportunity. But hey, they've seen that all season long every time he gets in the ball game.
Yeah, very well-liked player by his teammates. Obviously, coaching staff and management seeing a lot. Davis Alexander could lead to interesting off-season decisions for the Montreal Alouettes as he's a pending free agent. But take a look at the scoring drive for the Alouettes. Terrific job on the screen to Walter Fletcher. Of course, the bomb to Tyron Lindsay that set them up, and of course Davis Alexander finishing it off.
Jason Moss talking it over with Davis on the sideline as the East most points in interdivisional games since 1961, 2004, and this year, 2024. Back-to-back seasons where the East has had more wins over the West Division for the first time since 1998, 1999. And the Alouettes trying to make sure they influence the West playoff picture.
growing up, she was a shift worker, so often it would overlap with his game, so she'd be sleeping and have to catch the Carabao on tape later at night.
Yeah, amazing to think that he's playing in front of mom. Alexander pulls it, gets it to Sneed in the open field. And make the play. Alexander looks left, comes back over the middle, finds Tyler Sneed, who pays the price to hang on to that one. And how Alexander got his eyes going all the way from the left sideline back to the middle of the field that quickly.
Yeah, a little bit of a leap of faith here as you see him coming back on that one, finding Sneed coming from the backside. They were.
3-by-3, Davis Alexander to Cole Speaker. On that left hash. On second down, Alexander dials up the connection to Speaker for a gain of 13.
And you just sort of feel the confidence with which Davis Alexander plays the game.